We are right now living in a golden age of publishing. I could right now pull my phone out of my pocket and publish a sentence or two immediately to an audience of thousands. Most of us maintain and operate blogs on Facebook.com. This is a device that is called the Espresso Book Machine. It can publish a book of 200 to 300 pages in a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. And of course, with ebooks, you can publish books much longer than that instantaneously to an infinite audience. Meanwhile, the publishing industry in New York is still regressive. It is too slow. It is too tied to tradition. It takes 2 to 3 years for a book to come to market, in part because they ship the books on a slow boat from China, literally. So we are looking at an industry that thinks in terms of half decades and how it moves forward. And so you get a lot of books written by and for white dudes. Speaking of white dudes, this is a picture of the CEO of Borders, who is shaking hands with Amazon.com CEO Jeff Bezos. This picture was taken in April of 2001. And what's going on here is that Borders is doing so well, they're expanding so much that they don't have time to think about online sales. And so they offloaded it to Amazon.com. And so the thing I love about this picture is the look on Bezos' face. This is a man who knows he is screwing somebody over, and he is having the time of his life at it. He knows that Borders is giving him their customers, and he knows he's got a better product, and he can bring them more books faster. And this is Borders a few years later. So we now live in a world where Amazon is the economic axis of the publishing industry. So what does that mean exactly? It means that Amazon can make or break debut authors simply by where they place them on their web page. It means that Amazon is responsible for 20 to 30% of a publisher's profits, a corporate publisher's profits, at least. It means that Amazon can make self-published authors into overnight phenomenon and completely go around the publishing industry. And so, my God. The thing is, the publishing industry could have stopped this from happening. They had a model in the music industry, and they could have prepared for it, but instead they decided to let Amazon steamroll over them, which Amazon was more than happy to do. But meanwhile, not very far away from Jeff's offices in South Lake Union, something weird and wonderful is happening on the streets of Seattle. Independent bookstore sales in Seattle over the last 10 years have gone up. Reading attendance in Seattle has gone up. Audiences at readings in Seattle have gotten younger. The publishing year in Seattle is now anchored by 2 distinct independent book festivals. You have the April Festival, which for some reason happens in March, and you have the Short Run Festival, which happens this year on October 31st. And they are independent literature festivals where non-corporate publishers and authors bring their books and take them directly, put them in the hands of readers. They circumvent both Amazon and the publishing industry. And this is the birth of a new aesthetic in Seattle. It is something that is earnest, and it is sincere, and it is distinctly un-New Yorky. And we've never seen anything like it before because publishing has not been this available before. So when you have the tech-savvy disruptor of the publishing industry and the most vibrant literary community in the world in one city, what happens? You get sites like Moss, which is an online literary magazine that publishes quality literature on a beautiful website. You get publishers like Instant Future, which can publish books in a matter of weeks instead of years. You have sites like my own, the SeattleReviewOfBooks.com, which I bring up because tonight we are launching a resources page on our website, which you can find at SeattleReviewOfBooks.com/resources. And on that site, there are dozens of opportunities for you to get involved in literature in Seattle. And I say this because this is a room full of smart people, and Seattle literature needs you. And it needs you at book festivals, and it needs you in seats at readings, and it needs you volunteering. And the future of literature is being written in Seattle, and there is a part in it for you. Please join us. Thank you.